So one issue that we had in the last video was we couldn't add our own styles. For example, we couldn't use custom colors because the Tailwind classes weren't available in the filament CSS that was generated. So for example, we wanted white borders around these avatars or custom colors for the progress bar, but we couldn't use any custom colors. So I'm using primary all over the place. So we can go to the filament documentation, the panel builder. There's a themes section, and there we learn how to create a custom theme. So we can use this command, make filament theme, to create a custom theme for our panel. And if you have multiple panels in your app, you can specify which panel you want to create a theme for. But in my case, I just have one admin panel, so I don't need to specify anything. And after this is installed, it's giving us instructions on how to actually use this newly created custom theme in our app. So we're going to add this CSS file, which is the main CSS file for the custom theme, to the vite.config.js file of the whole application. And that way, if I find the vite.config, yes, we have an input array. It is currently containing app.css, app.js, and I'm going to add our theme.css to this. And now when we run npm run build or npm run dev, it's going to compile this CSS as well, and we're going to be able to use it in our panel. But in order to use this CSS in our panel, we need to add this and register this on the panel as well, and that's the second command. So I'm going to copy this and go to my admin panel provider, and I'm going to add this. I can add this anywhere, but I'm going to add it right under colors. It's more appropriate. So now I can use this vite theme in my panel. And the only thing I need to do is do npm run build if my views are final, or npm run dev if I'm going to change my views. And I'm going to go with npm run dev so I can add new classes, and it's going to recompile every time I change anything. So now I'm going to go to my views, vendor, and maybe the record view. And let's see, I can change the border color of the avatars. It's primary 500 now. I'm going to use white, but this is not going to work. Let's go and check this out. If I refresh, I lose the borders and I don't have any white borders. That's because my theme CSS and the Tailwind config for that theme is not looking at this folder. It's only looking at a filament folder. So in addition to that filament folder, which doesn't exist now, I'm going to add the vendor folder. That way, when I compile this CSS, it's going to look at the filament-kanban folder or any folder in the vendor folder as well. So now I should have my border white. And you can see the white border indeed is there. So now let's maybe customize the color for the progress bar and change it from primary to sky maybe. Let's see if that looks good. Yeah, it's not too bad, not too bad. And you can see we can make any changes now. Everything is custom. Maybe we can change the stars color just to see that things are changing. Yeah, they're purple now. And you can see this color, this border on the left of descriptions. We didn't see that before because we didn't have the styles and the classes. Now I can tweak it further, maybe make the line a bit thicker, L2 maybe, and push the text a little bit to the right by adding a left padding. Looks better. Maybe even a thicker line, maybe border L4. Yeah, it looks good. Now you can change anything, everything. Like, there's no limits. You can pass any data that you want, and you can have any custom themes. And for these avatars, maybe we can do something else. Maybe we can push them further away from each other when we hover over them. So I'll add a transition to the parents. And when I hover over them, I want the space X to be 0. So let's see how that looks. Yes, when I hover, the space X is gone, but the transition is not working. Maybe transition all adds margins as well. It's not working. Probably I need to add that on the children because space X applies the margin to the children. So let's do that, and still not working. Probably I need to add all to add the margins as well. Yeah, it's working now. Maybe I can tweak the spacing, maybe a little bit spacing, less spacing when I hover over them, -1. Yeah, it's better. And maybe even less spacing when I'm not hovering over them. Yeah, it's going to look much better when you add the actual user avatars. So let's just go crazy on creativity and making new stuff. See you in the next videos.